views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hey everybody, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Welcome. Here we go, another fantastic show. Welcome to Open BX RX. We've got you covered like a blanket. In fact, coming up on today's show, we'll hit you up just the way you like it. We'll learn about a local singing group and the wonderful work that they are doing in our communities. After that, we'll speak to a content creator to highlight his production company and their latest projects. And then we'll check in with one of the most respected organizations in our community to hear about the work that they are doing with our youth. Plus, Bobby C steps into the room with the latest in the world of sports. And then finally, we'll get behind the scenes. We'll get a good look at an upcoming documentary and much, much more. Stay tuned. All of this and more, you don't want to miss it. It's coming your way because we are wide open just for you. Hey everyone, how are you? How you doing? How you feeling? I hope all is well. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx, New York City straight to your TV set. You stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guest is the Publicity Manager of the Riverdale Choral Society. She joins us today to share information on how singers can join the choral group as early as next spring. So get ready, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Get ready. Please welcome to the show, Naomi Marcus. Welcome, Naomi.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Tell us a little bit about the whole program and what you're doing and what it's all about.
Well, we're a community chorus. We're not affiliated with any other organization, although we always meet in the church. But that's because they're kind enough to offer us space, and they have a beautiful sanctuary, and we do our concerts there. Every semester, we prepare a program, and then we give a concert. So usually we would be probably just having finished our December concert, and we will give a concert at the beginning of May. And so in January, we will start preparing for that concert. And the work that we're going to present this time is the Brahms Requiem, which is a very, very beautiful, very great work by Johannes Brahms.
Yeah. Are you going around? Are you singing for the holidays, Christmas carols?
No, we haven't gotten together yet, but on the 12th of December.
So what did you do? What did you do on the 12th of December?
We had a Messiah sing. We got together at Christ Church Riverdale, which is where we're based, and we just opened the Messiah, and our conductor, John Lettieri, chose some of the better known works like the Hallelujah Chorus and For Unto Us a Child is Born, the things that probably most of your listeners have heard at one time or another. Maybe they've sung it in their churches.
Yeah.
We'll just sing without any rehearsal.
Woo! Wow. All right. So if I wanted to, I usually sing in the shower. I can't really sing. I speak most of the time, but if I wanted to join, what do people do to become a part of the Riverdale Choral Society?
Well, we do have a very small audition, which means that John will sit down with you, John Lettieri, our choral director, will sit down with you and he'll have you sing some short phrases, really, just to make sure you can sing on key. Most of us can read music, but there are a few of us who can't and are just very, very good at learning by ear. So if you're really good at picking up music by ear, but remember, these are not pop songs. These are big, long works, so there's a lot to learn.
Yeah. but you give people enough time to get into it and learn it.
We do, well, because we have a whole semester. We have from January until May. And if you think about professional choruses, you know, they sing a different program every week.
Yeah.
And so they have to learn things very quickly. We've got a lot more time to work on it and learn it. So it makes it manageable.
So Naomi, when is that audition again?
Well, it's when you come in, and we invite people to come.
Get my voice ready. Ready?
Yeah.
You don't do that at all, though. There are
Oh,
ways.
but you're not singing for the whole chorus. You're just singing for John. He just
Yeah.
wants to hear you sing, and we invite people to join us at our first two rehearsals. Those are open rehearsals to anybody who wants to come. And in a way, they're trying us out too. They want to see if we're the kind of chorus they want to sing with,
Yeah.
or if they want to do something that's maybe more popular music. Although we do some different programs. Sometimes we do programs of American Songbook, which is like Gershwin, Cole Porter, and
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
a lot of the really beautiful songs that are part of the popular culture here.
Which is your favorite?
Which is my favorite. You know, I love it all. I do love the Brahms. The Brahms is one of my very favorite works.
Yeah.
But I do it. But you know, Cole Porter and George Gershwin were master songwriters.
Yeah.
Stephen Sondheim. These are very great songwriters. So I have no complaints about singing their works either.
Naomi, do you sing?
Yes, I'm a soprano.
Oh, can you give us just a little touch of what you sing on one of your favorite songs?
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna harm you, no, sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays. I'll send them howling, I don't care. I've got ways. That's from Sweeney Todd by Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah. So wait, where do we go to? How do we audition or become a part?
Well, on January 9th, let me just check my book to make sure that that's the right date. But January 9th is, no, I'm sorry, January 12th. It's a Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Christchurch, Riverdale is our first open rehearsal. And just in case people can't make that one, we're doing another one on the 19th. So again, our rehearsals start at 7 p.m. And you'll be handed the music. You'll do a little bit of warm up to get your voice going. You didn't give me a chance for any warm up, by the way. Yeah. But
that's great.
and
What
then,
does some
and then
people do
we'll
when they
sing.
warm up?
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Just to get our voices in gear.
Yeah,
you know, because it is a physical process. It's like, you know, going out and running on the track, or you know, pitching a ball. You want your arm warmed up. You want it nice and loose.
Yeah,
if you're running, you want your legs loose.
Yeah, you're playing your instrument. You got to stretch it out, and you know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, music is a physical process as well as it is an artistic process.
Where are you located?
Well, Christchurch, Riverdale, which is on Henry Hudson Parkway East at 252nd Street.
Yeah. And do you have any events coming up, or are you just going to get everybody together ready for January?
Our big event will be those open rehearsals in January. And then, of course, we'll have our concert in May. And I think right now we're saying we'll do it on May 1st.
All right.
Because we don't want to coincide with Mother's Day, which is the next week. And the 15th is a little late in the month.
Looking forward to. I'm going to get my voice ready.
Okay, so I'll see you on the 9th.
Most likely.
Okay, great.
We're gonna
Great.
try our
We
best.
always need basses and
Oh,
baritones.
okay.
So you're welcome. We also always need tenors. The
Wow. Okay.
lower voices are what we really need, and you need that bottom for the rest of us to build on it.
Yeah,
So yeah, so those lower voices are very important.
great. Do you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's www.riverdalechoral.org. We're not for profit, so we're .org.
Naomi, thank you so much. It was nice talking to you. We appreciate you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was
All
fun.
right.
Okay, nice
Naomi,
meeting you.
nice meeting you too. Naomi Marcus, Publicity Manager, Riverdale Choral Society. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and happy holidays to you.
Yeah, same to you.
All right. We'll take a break right here. We've got more open coming up next. Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. And guess what? Our next guest is a Bronx native, a filmmaker, and the co-founder of Third Rail. Watch it. It's hot. And he's with us today to speak about how he came into his own as a content creator. And he's going to reflect on his achievement in the most recent Mott Haven Film Festival. And to update us, he's going to update us on his latest project. So please welcome to the show, Anurag Massey. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Dr. B. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you've been working with us for some time now, but you've come into your own. You've been doing some wonderful things, and we're watching you, man.
Yeah, it's been a great journey. Like 2 months ago, I was an intern on your show, and now I get to get interviewed by you. It's quite humbling, that's for sure. And I really do appreciate it.
It's a good thing. We just want to know more about what you're doing. You know, you're not only an intern, but I hear you're doing some great work. Tell us about your film content creation company.
Sure. About 3.5 years ago, me and my brother-in-law, Keith E. Jacks, we got together and decided that we were going to start making movies together. He's been in the music industry for almost 30 years. So he does his sound production, original composition. I dived in and learned everything I could about filmmaking itself, filming, editing, color grading, all that good stuff. I started writing scripts and we took off. And it's been a wonderful journey, about almost 4 years now. And we've made almost 17 movies in that time.
I thought you could say we made over $17 million.
I wish, but not yet. That's next. That's next.
That's next.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. So you guys you got some new content. You made some new stuff. Would you like to share it?
Sure. Most recently, we were featured. We opened up the Mott Haven Film Festival in the Bronx.
Yeah.
We created a short film called Gifted. It's about a father whose daughter gets kidnapped. And throughout the process of the movie, you soon learn out that his daughter actually has special abilities, and which is why she was kidnapped in the first place. and it's his journey to get her back. Yeah.
How important was it for your work to be recognized at the Mott Haven Film Festival?
I think it's always a great feeling to be recognized, but to be recognized by a film festival in the borough that you grew up, that you majority of your life you've lived in. And, you know, I met my wife here. I went to school here. I went to college here, high school. So to be recognized for my efforts in the Bronx.
Yeah. Everything all under one roof.
That's right. Yeah. You know, people say you should get out more, but, you know, I kind of like where I am. So it's a lot of, it was very humbling, and it was very, you know, exciting as well to be a part of that stage.
Hey, Anna, how would you describe that journey? All that you've been through, and the journey also as a content creator and editor.
Right. So, you know, it was something that I've always had a passion for. And about 4 years ago, I decided to actually follow that passion. You know, it was like, I didn't want to be retired and my kids are getting older, and I didn't want to get there and be like, well, I wish I could have done this and I should have done that. So I decided to take the leap. I found an amazing partner with my brother-in-law, and we you know, it's been an amazing journey. The growth's been exponential. I think every one of our movies has gotten better and better. And the fact that we do this with no budgets, no money, it's all our own. It's all our own, you know, the generosity and time of our friends and family who are very talented. And we've been running with it. And it's been an amazing journey. It really has been.
Well, you're creating actors also, not only content.
Yeah, I think we're unleashing, you know, people's unhidden potentials, which is amazing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be an actor. What? Gee, all right. Here we go.
Right.
Hey, how would you describe the genre, the style of the content that you make?
We try not to stay in one genre. Like, we've done horror movies, we've done comedies, we've done, crime thrillers, we've done murder mysteries. We try to bounce around. We don't want to stay stagnant in one genre. So, you know, every couple of movies we'll switch things up. You know, Gifted was our first sci-fi movie. We released Drop Spot shortly after that. That's our first crime genre movie that we did, which is, you know, our first foray into like a lot of violence and blood. It was well received, but now we're ready to move into something else and work on something.
I was scanning through YouTube. What do you have up on YouTube? Tell us.
So we have most of our movies up on YouTube. With Gifted, we switched over to Vimeo. So we're on Vimeo as well. We have our website where all of our movies are. So, you know, everything is available for viewing on the internet and our website. We don't, you know, like I said, we make them for free. We send them out for free. We just want people to kind of watch our work and appreciate it.
Explain Not Without My Mask, that title right there.
Mm-hmm. So that was a comedy film that I envisioned during the pandemic. The pandemic's been such a, you know, heavy and depressing period and frustrating for a lot of people. I wanted to do something light. I did it with one of my coworkers. It's a comedy about this person who's become so attached to her mask that when she leaves it, she doesn't know how to react. And starts freaking out. And her mind's just playing tricks on her.
Yeah, that's like leaving your cell phone home. Where did my cell phone go? Oh, I gotta go home and get it. But yes, that mask is so very, very much important, especially in today's climate. So thank you for putting that. Let's take a look at that, by the way. Not Without My Mask. Here's the video. Check it out.
Oh, you gonna come stand next to me with your nose hanging out? All right, buddy. Well, nothing. I'm just gonna sit here, wait, press the elevator button. All right, when is the door gonna open? I'm not gonna die in here with him. No! Who is that? God. Yes.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, wow, you really put some nice work together on that one, huh?
Thank you. Yeah, we shot that in about a day on an iPhone.
Wow.
And we just tried to put something together. We had a script and we just improv and went as we went. And yeah, it took about 3.5, 4 hours to get everything done.
Wow, all on iPhone, huh?
Yes.
Great. What's next for your team?
So I'm working on my thesis film. I'm getting ready to graduate from Bronx Community College's program in media and digital film production. And I'm working on my thesis film. I'm working on a horror film right now, which was which was actually very gracious. The head of the department, Professor Wostowski, he's been very supportive. We actually got to shoot on campus, on an empty campus, because campus is still locked down. We actually got permission to go shoot on the weekend in a building, all empty. We were the only ones on campus. For those that don't know, Bronx Community College is a national landmark. One of the only community colleges in the country to be so. So they have access to shoot where Hollywood movies have shot, and to do that for free with permission was great. And it'll be out soon. We're putting the final touches on it. We've got a rough cut. We're working on sound and music, and hopefully it'll be out soon. And
beautiful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Where can we go to see a lot of your work? You have a website?
Yeah, all of our work can be found on thirdrailfilms.com. That's 3RD Films. 3RDRailFilms.com. We're also on YouTube and on Vimeo, both under Third Rail Films. And the majority of our work all of our work can be found there. Yeah.
There you go. Anurag M. Massey, film. Yes, indeed. Content creator and creating actors also. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and good luck with all the work that you're doing too.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bob.
All righty.
All right.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll take a break right here. We'll come back and we'll hit you off some more right here on Open. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. You're watching Bronxnet. We're having fun. Hope you're enjoying yourself as you kick off your shoes and relax your feet, as we so often say. Our next guest is the Marketing Communications Manager for Bronx Council of the Arts, and a group that helps reach members of our community through affordable arts programs. She's here today to bring us up to speed on what BCA is doing to help those in the Boogie Down BX. So please welcome to the show, Breana Vasquez. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, yes. Happy to be here, Bob. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come and share great information with us. We're wide open to receive all the education that we need. Tell us about the Bronx Council of the Arts.
Yes, so Bronx Council of the Arts, aka BCA, we have been in the community since 1962. We're actually going to be celebrating 60 years starting January. Yes, so it's a milestone year for sure, and we're very excited for that. Over the past 60 years, there's been various programmings, but as of late, some of our key things have been just focusing on being a connector, a resource, and an advocate here in the Bronx. We have a plethora of different offerings. Right now, one of our flagship offerings is actually the Bronx Memoir Project, and we're excited that it's continuing online. We've already wrapped up 3 workshop series for the fall semester. We're going to be starting back up for the spring very soon. So that's an exciting program for writers in the Bronx, for them to be able to hone in their writing skills, share their story, and to be able to hear from professional writers that are from the Bronx too, to be able to kind of really pull out of them the potential that's already there.
Breana, how did you get started in it?
Oh, so for myself, I was freelancing for 4 years in the Bronx, and coincidentally, I was actually working for different grantees from BCA. So with that, I kind of found this little breadcrumb trail that eventually led me here. And they said, hey, we need somebody to do our marketing communications. And turns out my freelance time had already been training perfect for that. So I've been here now for 2 years.
Yeah. So what do you write grants? And I mean, what are some of the things that you write?
So for me, I write out more just the communications of, hey, we have this going on, we have that going on, really just being a mouthpiece for the organization, and kind of also being the ears too, to be able to hear what does the community need, what are things that our community is leaning towards, and be able to pass that on to programs so that we can be able to always be actively listening to what our artists really need.
Right, you're a fantastic liaison that they really, really need. So yeah, between programming and what's happening in the community, that's a great thing, great asset too. And I hear you do it well.
I'm trying to make sure I do it well. It's very precious to me because I'm also a Bronx artist myself.
Oh, great. You want to say hello to some of the people who are working with you?
Sure. Shout out to all the artists that are doing their work in the Bronx. Shout out to our executive director, Viviana Bianchi, who is trailblazing and pioneering and really putting in a lot of hard work in leadership and in vision casting, especially for BCA and the work that we do. Our deputy director of grants and programs, Brian Glover. All 3 of us have been working really hard through the pandemic, and some other staff members as well. We have 2 new ones that have been starting with us, and they're joining this journey. Jesus Lopez Jensen, as well as Dion Norton. Both of them have been really key factors as of late. So.
Well, thank you all for your service. We applaud you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Big up to the Bronx Council on the Arts, yes. Talk about some of the other programs that you offer, Breana.
Absolutely. So we have the Longwood Art Gallery at Hostos.
Yeah.
So we've been enjoying our partnership with Hostos. We actually have an exhibit that's going to be coming up in January 21st. It's called Public and Private Pageantries.
All right.
So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really interesting. We're actually going to be having it here in BCA in our facilities. And the opening is going to be one of the first times that we've been able to really receive people since the pandemic. But we're hoping that it's going to be a great time, safe time, and be able to welcome people by appointment afterwards to enjoy the show.
What is the thing that your organization is most proud of or excited about at this particular time?
One of the things that we're really excited about, aside from the 60th anniversary, is that we have our Bronx Recognizes Its Own grant out right now. So we're accepting applications for BRIO. We are glad to always facilitate it every year because it gives individual artists a chance to really be seen for their artistic excellence and just celebrate and recognize all the wonderful talent that exists here in the Bronx. So it's open to all disciplines for any type of artists, any age of artists, and we're just excited to have that going. So that's open right now for anyone to apply.
Anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
Yes, we also do have some resources on our website, so definitely invite anybody to go ahead and check out all the things that are there, our community calendar, opportunities, and especially our Bronx Artist Registry, where artists can be able to put in a free account and a free profile and be able to be found, have funders, have anyone that's looking to hire commission work through there, or even artists to be able to collaborate together. You know, this is one of the perfect displays of all the beautiful talent and richness that exists here in the Bronx, especially with our art scene and cultural sectors.
Beautiful. Look at that. Are you into sports?
I played softball one time, and I was on the YMCA swimming team for one practice. But that's as far as I'm able to go.
Okay. Well, keep it tuned right here, okay? I have something coming up next, and Bobby C is going to be doing. He has the latest in the world of sports, okay?
For part two of our interview with Football Hall of Famer Ken Houston, we check in with a Giant and a Jet also making an impact in their communities. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award recognizes an NFL player for his excellence on and off the field. The award was established in 1970, was renamed in 1999 after the late Hall of Fame Chicago Bears running back Walter Payton. Each team nominates one player who's had a significant positive impact on his community, representing the best of the NFL's commitment to philanthropy and community impact. 32 players are selected as their team's Man of the Year and become eligible to win the national award. The winner of the award each year receives a $250,000 donation to the winner's charity of choice. All other 31 nominees receive up to $40,000 donated to their charity of choice. This year's Giants nominee is Logan Ryan. Ryan is a two-time Super Bowl champion and one of the elite defensive backs in the NFL. Logan and his wife Ashley, an animal welfare worker and certified dog trainer, created the Ryan Animal Rescue Foundation to better the lives of homeless animals nationwide in 2017. Their nonprofit provides financial grants to organizations that shelter animals in need, while the couple uses their platform to raise awareness and visibility for the cause of animal welfare. Third-year defensive lineman Quinnen Williams of the Jets has been a leader and role model on and off the field throughout his tenure with Gang Green. Since entering the league as the third overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, Quinnen has recorded the most tackles and sacks by a Jet since his rookie season. As an ambassador for the American Cancer Society, stemming from losing his mother to breast cancer, Quinnen took an active role in the Jets' crucial catch week in 2021. On Tuesday, September 28th, he virtually visited, due to COVID restrictions, a children's hospital to speak with pediatric cancer patients and other children receiving treatment. Quinnen sent them Jets hats, pre-autographed footballs, and invited each child to attend a Jets game when they were feeling better. Nice work by these two local players. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award will be selected in January. And now for part 2 of our interview with Ken Houston.
Ken, how would you define those years as an Oiler and pretty much, that same amount of time in Washington? Because you kind of had these two Hall of Fame careers split between the two pro teams. Even when you get traded to Washington, you have 7 straight Pro Bowl seasons in DC after the trade.
Well, Pro Bowl was something I was proud of because at that time it was picked by your peers. The strong safety, the tight end voted for the strong safety voted for the tight end. So it wasn't a contest where the fans could vote. So you had more of a natural player, or you had the real player in that position because players were really aware of what that meant. And, I made the Pro Bowl. I remember I made it my second year. And it was in New Orleans, and they gave me, I think, $500, and they had free meals and stuff like that. And I was asking the guy, "Do they do this every year?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I'm gonna make it every year," because of that. And it was so much fun mixing in with your peers and the guys that you had seen play. And so what happened is the Pro Bowl and the Super Bowl and all those guys, it becomes a lifelong lasting friendship, and you see how other players play.
And of course, for NFL fans at home, the Pro Bowl is a big day on that NFL calendar, but of course, so is the Super Bowl. And coincidentally, there's another big day that happens on that same day. And Southern Recipe and Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds are gearing up for what they call this 13th annual Pork Rind Appreciation Day. And that was one of the reasons why we wanted to have Ken on the show with us this morning. It's celebrated on Super Bowl Sunday, which of course is in February. And again, we'll support Coach Ditka's Gridiron Greats Assistance Fund by recalling the nation's love of football and making the association between pigskin and pigskins, and of course that ultimate pairing. So some of the greats included in this, not just yourself, Ken, or also Joe Green and Mel Renfro. Talk a little bit about the charity and this Pork Rind Appreciation Day.
Well, let me start with the Pork Rind Appreciation Day. When I first heard about it, I'm from an East Texas small town, so we had pork rinds, and we made our own pork rinds. We killed little pigs and fried the meat and stuff like that. So I grew up eating pork skins. And until this Pork Rind Appreciation Day came up, I really hadn't tasted a pig skin because I got away from it. And when the guy sent me some, I'm thinking, this is the best skin I've ever eaten. And then I had a chance to go down to the factory. And so when I talk about pork rinds, porkrind.com, and you can win up to $5,000 if you go there. It's something that you have to try. And I'm not saying it just because, I'm here doing this commercial, thinking about this. It's something, we eat them year round. It's light. It's not the fatty thing that we knew at one time. So it's a good plus. And on to Mike Dicker, okay? If you know Mike, we call him Iron Mike. And I got a chance to play against Mike. And Mike was a mean guy. He would be the last guy in the world that you would think would assist anybody doing anything. But he's come up with this idea of helping older players, helping players that are in need. And he is totally committed. And all the guys, I'm glad to see PorkRind.com get behind him because it assists so many players. And I was telling you earlier, I've had 2 bouts with cancer. Matter of fact, I'm in remission right now. Go back in January and see how much it has progressed. But it can be devastating to a family in more ways than one. It can be financially devastating, and it can be mentally devastating. And so the guys go to Mike to get this support because they have so many guys that are in there who have been helped, and players help players. It's good to be in a room or on the bus. It's the player regardless how old he is. The minute he get on a bus with younger players or any player, he reverts back to himself in the locker room. And I think that players miss that. I know they missed that. So to see Mike assist and see them assist Mike, it's apparent.
This is something that seems to be able to really help those in need, and that's accomplished by raising this awareness with Pork Rind Appreciation Day, and fans can help those greats that they grew up watching.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, it's a marriage made in heaven. It's not I am advocating for the older player, but we had our time, and in that day, we had, salaries were much, much lower, but they were still on a top rung as the people was concerned. And so there's no animosity toward a younger player or even an older player. These are just things that are needed in life. And so Mike, along with the program, had come up with the need.
And you mentioned it too, just how the fans are able to really kind of not only help out, but there's just some great things that the consumers will have a chance to win. I mean, outside of the $5,000, there's also autographed merchandise and even pork rinds.
Yeah, I tell you what, if you got a show, I'll pick the pork rind. It's that good. It's not like, I would love for them to send everybody a pork rind, because you forget that. And I remember pork rinds this time of year, they were prominent. I mean, they had the big wash pots, and they cook them with the grease. And I don't know if you look way too young and all that, but we did that. And so it's I guess that's why they fit so well with the older guys.
No, Ken, I think this ability to pay it forward, I mean, being blessed with these gifts, like you said, from heaven above, and have this great career, and then to use your celebrity to try to help others now after your playing career is done.
Well, we have to thank guys like you. I mean, it's not about, I wouldn't have a stage if you didn't have a show. Okay. And so I understand that, when we are allowed, I appreciate being able to talk to you, because otherwise I would have never known you. And you seem to be a very modest person, and I'm sure you interview a lot of people, and I'm sure you do a great job. So again, I'm in that position where I'm just thankful through Mike Dichter, the pork skin, pork rind, and this is just a byproduct of what people do.
The fans at home, we get so much from the players. I feel like many times when you're a fanatic and you root for these teams, these players become kind of part of your household if you are a big sports fan. And oftentimes when their playing careers are done and a lot of time has passed, it might be easy for some to forget about, the contributions that they've made and the happiness that they've generated for fans at home. And here's an opportunity to give back. And we hope that the fans at home take advantage of it.
Well, thank you so much for the people that take advantage of it. And, because when you take advantage of this, you help us. And we're about the business of helping people.
Thanks again for the time, Kim. Hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
We built a media network for you.
BronxNet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on BronxNet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at bronxnet.tv.
Learn, engage, inspire. BronxNet TV.
From the Bronx
to the world.
BronxNet.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm the Doc Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS and also BronxNet. Hope you're having fun. I've got a friend of mine on, and he's going to let you know what's happening with all the wonderful things that he's doing. He's an executive producer and founder of the show, Video Music Box. And he's with us today to speak about the Video Music Box documentary and the show's impact on hip hop and highlight what it's like working alongside some hip hop legends. He's been around all of them. So we want to welcome to the show my friend, Uncle Ralph McDaniels. Ralph, hey.
Hey, thanks, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, it's always a pleasure. You've been doing so much. You started back in the day when I started visiting all these schools throughout the tri-state area back in about 1982 or so, right?
Yes.
Give us a brief history.
Well, I had just graduated from college, and I was like, you know, I want to get involved in TV. I went to school for communications. I went to school in Long Island, and I was like, okay, I got this internship working at this low power TV station, WNYC, and then they gave me a job, you know, so that's very difficult and rare that you get a job right out of college with your major. And so I got a job and I started doing, you know, technical stuff there, camera and lighting and all kinds of behind the scenes stuff. And then I came up with this idea to create this video show, which really didn't exist. You know, I just happened to stumble across some tapes in the studio and they were artists performing. And I was like, wow, I've never seen this before, you know. And a friend of mine was an editor and we put it together and I wrote a little script and that's when Video Music Box was born.
Yeah. And do you remember the cameras that you used back then and some of the equipment?
I just know they were
crazy.
I just know they were crazy big. Everything was way bigger than it is right now, you know.
Yeah. That's good, man. So you come a long way. You know, I even jump on with you when you do your Instagram shows and you're rocking on the ones and twos. And I said, let me just jump in and say, hey, you know, you always give me a shout out and I always shout you back on BLS. That's a wonderful thing, man. We're proud of you. You've done some great things over the years and here we are. Now talk about the documentary.
Yeah. So about a year, well, really about 5 years ago, I started going on this journey to do this documentary.
Yeah.
And then we went through some different, you know, distribution places that, you know, we thought would do it. And some of them didn't work out. And then like about a year ago, I connected with a brother named Sasha Jenkins, who he's with this company called Massey. And I've worked with him on a number of his documentaries that he's done at Showtime and Netflix. And so I said, look, man, you know, I want to get this done. I want you to direct it. And so he was like, all right. And so we went on the journey. And then he said, I might have a deal with Showtime, you know. And I said, all right, well, let's do it at Showtime, you know. And, you know, he took it to Showtime and Nas is a part owner. The rapper Nas is a part owner. Queensbridge is a part owner and of Mass Appeal. And Nas was like, he's excited about a Video Music Box documentary. And the folks at Showtime actually grew up, their whole Showtime is in LA, but the guy who was the head of music documentaries grew up in Jersey City and he watched my show all the time.
Perfect, right?
Yeah. And
things come full circle, man.
Yeah, he was excited, man. He was like, what? Video Music? I grew up on Video Music.
Yeah.
And so, like, and this is in the middle of the pandemic, mind you. So everything is Zoom calls and, you know, and virtual conversation. You know, and he said, let's do it. So it was greenlit. It's part of this Hip Hop 50 initiative, which is leading up to 50 years of hip hop. So we're to kick off, the documentary is called You're Watching Video Music Box. And we're to kick off a documentary for the next 3 years. There'll be more that will come after that. Beautiful. And then in the middle of everything, Nas was like, you know what? I think I want to direct this. And I was like, when do you have time to do that? You know, you got albums out, you're Nas, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, no, this is very important, Ralph, to our culture. it's important to the history that we get it right. And I want to jump on board. And, I almost, dropped a thug tear in the middle of that, just to hear that, because, this guy is, very successful, and forget about the fact that he's a rapper and all that, he does other things that he's very successful at. And so once I knew that we had Nas on board, I knew spiritually the project was in the right place.
Yeah. That's great, man. How does it feel to work with Nas? Right out of Queensbridge.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because this is kind of a 360 for me and him, because I directed his first video.
Okay.
I did It Ain't Hard to Tell, which was the first single from Illmatic.
Yeah.
And also I did this short little documentary for him to kind of introduce Nas to the rest of the world. And I had hung out with him back then in the early 90s and went to the Queensbridge, met his mom, his brother, his dad, all these people, hung out in the bridge for a while, did interviews with all the producers, because his project was a star-studded, producer project with, Q-Tip and Premier and all of these guys that were, super huge, Large Professor. And so, so here we are now 30 years later, and, and he's doing my things, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's a circle of love, man. It's a circle of love. Everything comes back around. And thank you for recognizing us in Queensbridge as pioneers of hip hop and all that out of the library. Talk about some of the things that you're doing with the library.
Yeah, so 5 years ago, I started working with the Queens Public Library, and they gave me a title. It didn't exist. It was called Hip Hop Coordinator. And so what that meant was that, I do programs in each one of these libraries. We have 65 different libraries in Queens. I didn't even know that when I first started working. I still haven't seen some of the libraries that we have in Queens. But so it might be a DJ 101. So I might bring in let's say a DJ Hot Day or somebody like that to come in and
Bridge.
teach the kids, just the basics of DJing, scratching and catching the record on the beat and that kind of thing, counting the beats in your head. And sometimes we use, turntables. Nowadays, the kids use controllers. So, we have used with the new technology that kids use. We also do book talks from, hip hop related authors. So I've had Damon John from Shark Tank. He was the guy who started FUBU. And, he was part of the hip hop scene. He was hanging out in all the clubs with us.
Right.
He was from Hollis. And, I said, yo, Damon, I need you to come in and do a talk. He said, I would love to talk to the kids. So he's come in and talk about, his success as starting out as a street entrepreneur in Jamaica, Queens. And now he's on one of the most successful shows, Shark Tank. He's they're 11 years in or something like that.
It's beautiful.
So
you've been around.
Yeah, we've had some good guests, and yourself, you've come in and, we've been part of this telling the story of Queens, because people don't know the story of Queens. They know the artists, they know the big names, but how did it start? Who were the people that were there before these big names came about? And, you were there from the beginning, and you've taught me a lot just listening to you.
Yeah. Hey, man, I thank you and I appreciate you and love you for all that you're doing. And I'm sure our community of hip hoppers and everybody watching, they're like, Ralph McDaniels, that's Uncle right there. Hey, listen, you even started a nonprofit, and you have the Video Music Box collection. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, I've been doing Video Music Box since 1983. We have all of these old tapes, and they've been in storage and been in my house. And I don't even remember some of the stuff.
You're the only one who could still call them tapes.
Right, exactly. Right, they're tapes. So they're what we call analog, which is tapes. And what the Video Music Box Collection's mission is, it's a nonprofit organization, people can donate to it, is to take these analog tapes and now make them digital files. We're taking out, I have over 20,000 hours of tapes, and some stuff I don't even remember. So old interviews, old performances, not just hip hop stuff, things that were going on in the community, political things. I remember we used to get the Suttons. I have interviews with the Suttons from MLS. And Mayor Dinkins and Nelson Mandela. I have all these interviews that I've had, and that may have aired once, So now we're restoring them at the best possible quality. Some of the stuff you'll see in the documentary you're watching Video Music Box. and it looks good. It held up, it looks pretty good. So and it's all about the legacy. It's all about our legacy. You talk about that all the time, is that, I didn't want to just, if something was to happen to me, I didn't want people to forget, to be honest with you, that all of the things that we've done and it's sitting in some, in a basement somewhere. And this is for my family, this is for my daughter. This is for her family. This is what this is all about. And we have to continue, not just me, everybody that's watching this has to do that and tell the story of their family, because we're kings and queens. And it's so important to let people know where we come from. I'm happen to be in the entertainment business, but there's a teacher or someone that's a community leader that's just as important as me.
Yeah. One word that you would tell youngsters who want to get involved in the entertainment business or be anybody that they want to be, but become successful.
I think the thing for me has always been to listen first. Don't jump at everything that you hear. Give it a second. Sometimes people will say, you sign right here, sign right now. Like, if you don't sign right now, it won't be available tomorrow. And like,
how many times have you heard that one?
Right. Today I heard that. And so, like, get a lawyer. It's not that bad. Just get a lawyer, even if it's your friends that just knows legal, somebody that understands those type of words, because we don't know that. We don't, I look at contracts and I'm like, I have no idea what that means, but I just read.
Oh man. Thank you so much, Ralph. And you're always welcome to come back and be on the show, man.
Thank you, Bob, and for all you do for the community since I met you, and just, the information. I look at guys and I listen to you and I'm like, how does Bob know all that information? Where did he get that? How does he remember all of this stuff?
Yeah. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Me too.
Hey man, we love you. And we'll keep following you. Give us where we can go to get more information about all that you're doing and about the documentary.
Yep, you can follow me on all social media at Video Music Box. It's the Video Music Box Collection is a nonprofit, so it's videomusicboxcollection.org, not .com, .org. And you're watching Video Music Box. The documentary is showing now on Showtime. So you can just look up if you have Showtime, and you can go to on demand. You can watch it right now if you want to.
Yeah, there you go. Uncle Ralph, we call him the Uncle Ralph McDaniels, co-producer, Video Music Box documentary. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. We love you, and have a happy holiday, and God bless you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
All right. All right, that about does it for this show right here. Thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. I'm the Doc Bob Lee. I'll see you over 107.5 WPLS, and always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'll see you another day, another way. I love you all.